Hi guys, today I wanted to show you how I process my turmeric. This is turmeric that I grew myself on my land, but I don't really like to use it much because it tastes like dirt and it also very stainy. It's got stain on my hand already just because I'm using it. So instead of using it fresh, like most people would, maybe grate it and use it, or maybe dry it, and instead of doing that I make a sauce with it. So what I do, this is a manual food processor, so I would put it in this, put it in some water, and then I will manually process it. You use this lever here and draw it, and it manually turn it into a consistency like this. It doesn't really blend it out smoothly, but that doesn't matter because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it down to ferment, and then when it ferments and turn into a sauce, that is when I will use it. So give me a second, let me start process this. Okay, so basically you just hold the top of it like this and pull this lever here. It's kind of awkward because I don't have enough space to put. Ignore my tripod setup. I need to buy a tripod. Or maybe I put too much in there. But the more you pull, is the easier it gets. Okay. See, it's starting to process. It's like pulling the string to start one of those motor, or to start a generator, but it's a lot easier than a generator string because the food is very soft. Well, soft enough. It stains the whole place. Because I don't want too much water in it, I use the same juice that I used before. I just throw back some of the liquid in there because I don't want too much water in the sauce. Also, with this machine here, you can't put too much water in there because it doesn't seal tight enough. So if you notice the water, when you're drawing the string, the water comes out and leaks out. A blender would be so much easier, but unfortunately I'm on solar power. I do have a blender, but I don't use it much because I'm on one little solar panel and I don't want my battery. It does this one little solar panel, doesn't charge my battery very effectively, so I don't want my battery to finish. So I need to put back the blade inside here, move some of the thing out the way, move some of the turmeric out the way, so I can put on back the cover and pull again. Pull in. But even though a blender will be better, this still work good enough because I don't need it to be finely crushed. I just need it to cut up fine enough so it can soak. I want it to soak the water in water for a while. So just a few pull of this is enough to get it to a consistency that I can use. So I don't really mind that it's not too fine. Alright, let me just put this into the container. I'll be right back. Alright, so what I have here in this is the spices that I like to use. So this leaf here is pimento leaf. I normally would use the seed. Pimento is what you would call allspice. I normally would use the seed, but I don't have any seed at this point. So I have leaf and I have the plant, so it has leaves. This here is clove. So I soak it in alcohol for a while. I soak cloves. And that is what I'm going to build up some of that in there. And this here is pepper, but the water coming out. Where's the peppers? What I do, I soak the pepper in alcohol, not alcohol, I call it here vinegar. See, pepper. I soak them all in vinegar. They've been soaking for a while. In vinegar, they don't spoil. The vinegar causes them to not be as hot as they would have if you use them raw. This one is a hot pepper, a Scotch bonnet pepper. I don't like using it. It's too hot. I like pepper, but I just like the flavor. I don't like the heat of the pepper. So I always soak my pepper in vinegar. But it's kind of hard to just use the pepper alone. So I started to mix it with the turmeric. And I realized that when it's ferment, it has a really nice scent. So let me add back the blade to this. This container here has been stained orange, and I don't think it will ever get back white. It was white when I got it, but I think this is it. one use and turmeric and has been discolored for life. The pepper, because it's softer, it's way easier to process. It's way easier to pull the card because the pepper is softer than the turmeric. Too much juice is inside the container, so it's splashing out. I don't know why they did not make this with a rubber gasket or something to prevent the splashing. Seriously, poor manufacturing. And it's cheap as well. The plastic is cheap. Everything about this is cheap. But you know, when you buy things on Amazon, you can't test the quality. So you don't know. But anyways, it works to do what I needed to do. See, it has basically poured the pepper and the leaf, except for the seed. But I don't mind. That's fine for me. Alright, let me put this into a container and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I have transferred it to a glass container. This is just a normal juice container, but I kept it because it's glass. So what I will do, I will just cover this container with a plastic cover, because the metal cover that it came with has rotten. But I'll leave this. It, because of the turmeric, it has stained the cover already. Stained my finger. Ignore that. It won't do anything. But I'll leave this as is for a few months. Basically, I will smell it, and when it starts to smell real good, You know, that nice saucy scent, because what I'm really making is a sauce that I can cook with. Right now, it smells a lot like turmeric. And I don't really like the turmeric scent, the fresh turmeric scent. But after it starts fermenting, it's gonna start smelling real good. It's gonna smell like you can eat it raw. But I don't really eat it raw because I don't exactly know if it is safe to eat raw. But for sure, I can cook with it. So after a few months, when it has gotten well, smell nice, I put this in there. This is called browning. Basically because I want it to be brown. I don't really like the orange color. I want it to be brown like this. This is a sauce that I make a couple months ago. Or maybe it's a year ago. I don't know. But I make it a long time. It's the same turmeric sauce. The container is a container that I bought sauce in. Because I bought this brand of sauce very often. But I don't exactly like it. I don't love how it tastes. I just buy it because of the bottle. Because I want the bottle. But this sauce that I make for myself is the same turmeric sauce. I want to throw out some of it. That you can see it. Hold on. I'll be right back. I got a spoon. Let me see if I can shake it up. Because what I did, I put vinegar in it as well. So it's kind of water now. And plus, after it ferments, I blend it again so it gets soft. So you don't even know that it's turmeric. Nothing of it looks like turmeric because of the browning. It looks like a real sauce. And it smells really good and it's really thick. What I do with this, I use it to cook. To cook my meat. Or to cook my vegetables. It tastes real good. Tastes really good. So I make my own sauce. When I buy the sauce, they're not as nice as I want them to be. Give me a second, let me show you one that I just bought. Okay, so this is one that I just bought, and I made it because I want the bottle and the cover. I want the glass bottle and the cover, but it doesn't taste as nice, trust me. You can't use much of it, and if you use a little bit of it, it doesn't have the flavoring. Because I love pepper, I love the flavoring of pepper, and I love the flavoring of pimento. You guys will call it allspice, I love that. So I really like my things to be very spicy. Not spicy hot, but spicy flavorful. And spicy smell really good. I like my things that way. So I don't really like when it comes like it just full of ketchup. That's what this looks like, it just full of ketchup. And I don't know. And fillers. And probably some fake seasoning, some powder seasoning. I don't know what is in there still. I haven't pulled it yet. Maybe I should not judge it prematurely. But this one was not very good either. So that is why I'm biased against it. But because I realized that the sauce is not as good as I would like it to be, I started to make my own sauce. As I tell you, I don't love pimento raw, but I loved it when it ferments with pepper and with the pimento and with everything, the vinegar and with everything. The vinegar, when it ferments like this, it doesn't taste sour. You know, you expect the vinegar to be sour because vinegar. No, it's so nice. Just do this. And the recipe is just based on what you want. Right? There's no exact science. I just put in what I think tastes good. And when I'm using the sauce, I just use as much as I think tastes good. I can't put so much pepper in there and put so much pimento in there. I don't do that. I just put in what I feel like. And if it want more sauce, I use more sauce. If you want less sauce, I use less sauce. That's it. So guys, this is what I do with my turmeric and my pepper. So until next time, bye.